channel. If you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can achieve this Valak inspired makeup look. If you're new to my channel, or maybe you just weren't here last year, I like to post a new Halloween themed makeup look every weekday for the month of October, and every Saturday I post what I call a Spoopy Saturday, which is basically just a fun video to help break up all of the makeup tutorials. Now as for Valak, I basically took inspiration from her new movie The Nun and from a few reference photos of her from The Conjuring. Now personally, I actually haven't seen either of those movies. I know, I'm sorry. Halloween hoopst. But basically, if you look at the two photos, she does look slightly different in both, so I just kind of took both of those photos and made my own hybrid of Valak. Now you can tone this up or tone it down for whatever the occasion is. Mine does happen to be a little bit more dramatic, but feel free to adjust it to whatever your needs are. So anyways, with all that being said, if you're interested in seeing how you can achieve this Valak makeup look, then just keep watching. Hey guys, so to start off, you want to go ahead and make your prosthetic nose for Valak. So I'm going to be taking my Vaseline and just applying that all over my life cast to make the removing process a lot easier. You're then going to be applying a thin layer of liquid latex all over the nose area to make the edges a lot thinner so that the blending process is going to be a lot nicer and look a lot more realistic. You're then going to be dipping your finger into the liquid latex, applying a thin layer on top of the nose before going in with some cotton balls and latex and laying that right over top before you begin to blend out the edges. This is where we are going to start to build the prosthetic nose. I highly recommend the cotton and latex technique. I just feel like it gives a nice sturdy base without being too heavy to where it will fall off your nose, and it just saves a lot of product because sometimes if you do the latex paste technique, it will be too heavy and you won't have a sturdy enough prosthetic. I'm just going to be making sure to blend the edges as I go just to make sure that they never get too thick, so then it's too hard to blend them out later on. And I'm just going to continue to build up my cotton and latex until I start to get the desired length of the nose. You definitely want to bring it off of the tip of the nose a little bit, being that Valak has an extremely long nose. I'm also going to be using a spatula to help even out the edges of the nose to help make it look sharper and more pointed. And you don't want to forget to do the little cleft in the tip of her nose because that is a very dramatic point in her nose shape. Once you've let that dry overnight, you're then going to be applying baby powder all over the nose prosthetic before taking your finger and lightly lifting up one edge of the prosthetic and making sure to apply baby powder underneath while you continue to lift up the rest of the prosthetic. Once again, making sure to continuously be applying baby powder underneath the prosthetic so that way you are setting the other side of the prosthetic as well. How many times can I say prosthetic in a sentence? Let's go. And this is your finished Valak nose prosthetic. Once again, this step is not completely necessary because we're basically just elongating and straightening our actual nose length. Hello, sister. Get thee to a nunnery because we're about to move on to our makeup. So you're going to start off by gluing down your eyebrows. I'm just taking my Elmer's washable glue stick, swiping that through my eyebrow, waiting for it to get tacky, and then brushing all my brow hairs up flat against my forehead before making sure to fully flatten it with a spatula, and then taking my Airspun translucent powder and a sponge and just setting that before doing the exact same thing over and over again. I do this about 3 times just to ensure that it is flat against my head and sealed. Once that is done, you're just going to brush off the excess translucent powder, finish the other eyebrow before we move on to applying the prosthetic. I'm going to be taking my Ben Nye Spirit Gum and applying that all over the area that we are going to be having the prosthetic, making sure to also apply some of the Spirit Gum onto the prosthetic as well, waiting for it to get tacky, and then taking this little piece of pantyhose, we're then going to be tapping this all over the Spirit Gum just to make sure it is completely tacking before adhering the prosthetic to our face. Next, we're going to be making some Bondo by taking Prosthetic and Cabosil, mixing all that up together, and then we're going to be creating a little ramp between our skin and the prosthetic. The goal is to not have to use this all over the prosthetic to blend all the edges. You're hoping to achieve that in the first step of making the prosthetics, but this is definitely helpful for the areas that are just too thick and you want to help blend it into the skin to make it look more natural and realistic. We're then going to be taking our baby powder and applying that onto a large fluffy brush and setting the Bondo from earlier. Before moving on to covering our eyebrows even more, I'm going to be taking my ColourPop No Filter Concealer in white and just applying that over the eyebrows as a base before making sure to blend that out a little bit before we move on to taking our Maryland Paradise Paint in white and just applying this over our entire face. So since there isn't much to explain about this because I'm literally just clowning myself up, I'm gonna let you enjoy and listen to some spoopy music, so carry on. Well, hello again. So now we're going to be taking our NYX Total Control Foundation in Porcelain and applying this onto a sponge. We're going to be stippling this all over our face to help break up the white body paint. Now, the thing that's important about this is definitely where I'm taking some inspiration from the Conjuring version, because her foundation is definitely not completely white in that. She definitely has a lot of spots of tan and beige and brown and just lots of things that are helping to break up that makeup. Speaking of breaking up the makeup, you're going to be going into your Morphe 35B palette, taking this yellow eyeshadow and applying this all over the outer eye area to add some discoloration to the eyes. And we're also going to be going back into our Morphe 35B palette, taking this green eyeshadow and doing the exact same thing and helping layer that on top. And you also do want to make sure that you're blending this as you go, just to make sure that nothing is too bold. Next, you're going to be going into this dark navy color and once again just applying this around the eye as well, mixing it in with the green and yellow before making sure to blend all of this together, because we're now going to be going over it with our black eyeshadow. Now, this is a really important step because you're actually going to be going over a lot of the eyeshadow colors that you just laid down, but this is because the black is the most prominent part, but you have those colored details in the background that you don't want to miss. So this is just going to be the last step in the eyeshadow color range, because you definitely want the yellow and the green to peek through, but you don't want it to be as bold and prominent as the black eyeshadow is. We're also going to be applying those same eyeshadows on our cheekbones as well, because once again, like the Conjuring version of the nun, she has a lot of discoloration in her cheeks, so we just want to make sure to apply that there, even bring it down to the chin and forehead as well, before making sure to define her nose, because we sculpted this nose for a reason. We want people to see it. We're then going to be going back into our black eyeshadow and applying this underneath the nose. I actually personally find that this makes the most definition to the nose, because you're rounding out the areas that possibly are too sharp and definitely making it look like the nose is actually hanging from your face, because now you have the shadow underneath the nostrils. You're also going to be adding some black contour, really giving a nice sharp cheekbone. This is also where we're taking inspiration from the nun version of Valak to make those hardcore sharp cheekbones. We're going to be going into our Graftobian Pro Paint in Fuzzy Bear Brown, applying that onto our sponge again, and just lightly applying this all over our face, just like we did with the Porcelain foundation. I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Lasting Drama eyeliner in Sleek Black and just tightlining my lower waterline to help darken that up a bit before going back into the black eyeshadow and applying that around the mouth area to help smoke that out before we take our Mare Paradise paint in black and just apply this over the black eyeshadow around our eye from before, just to really help intensify that. You're probably going to want to set that with your black eyeshadow as well, but I just found that I wanted to bring it down closer towards my nose and onto my cheeks. And you're also going to be defining your cheekbones even more before moving on to your mouth and just dotting this all over your mouth area to really give that gross black lip kind of look. I mean, we look like we've just been eating children's souls, so I mean, it's kind of appropriate, you know? We're also going to be applying this around the hook of our nostrils just to really define those, because those are intense. And then we're also going to be making sure to shade that as well, making sure that it looks more natural before you apply a few shadows onto your forehead and give those beautiful black wrinkles. And you're also going to be taking a fine-tipped brush and apply some veins all over your face. Both Valaks seem to have this from what I could see, and I actually personally absolutely love this detail. And last but not least, I'm going to be taking my Mouth FX in Pitch Black and just putting that in my mouth so we can get that really gross, disgusting, soul-eating mouth kind of look. So anyways, that is the completed look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the rest of my Halloween looks. Keep in mind, I upload a new Halloween look every weekday for the month of October, and every Saturday I upload a Spoopy Saturday, so you don't want to miss that. Anyways, with all of that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!